So, those of you wondering why I put it out so late was because mainly I wanted people to get their own opinions when it came to watching Black Adam. I felt like the time between the day that I started recording this video and when I finished this, which is today actually, is probably would be the best time in which I can probably say that everyone watched it, so that everyone can basically form their opinions about it. Secondly, I was busy throughout the week, so it did manage to affect my time when it came to like the release of the video. I wanted to release it early, but unfortunately that didn't happen. However, I finally managed to release it to you guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, and subscribe. Hey guys, this is me, Nabo, and I'm going to be doing the review about Black Adam. Okay, first of all, it's definitely a good movie and I do recommend you watch it. Positives, Dr. Fate's character is probably the best character in the entire film, if I'm being honest. I really like his character portrayal, especially when it comes to like his interactions with Hawkman, him being like the main factor, or pretty much a contributing main factor of like why Black Adam like actually helps out within the end. And I feel like the effects of him were definitely really cool. And this is definitely worth something because I feel like the CGI nowadays is getting very bad. Black Adam, definitely a great character. Lots of people complained about The Rock merely integrating himself as the character rather than actually portraying as a character he is meant to play as. I feel like with Black Adam, that definitely was the case. He manipulated the character that he was meant to represent and not himself, which is definitely very good considering, you know, his recent movies. Lots of people are now like going onto him for like reason as to why certain movies are getting ruined, mainly the Fast and Furious franchise. Yeah, so he's basically been blamed for why the Fast and Furious franchise is being turned into basically discount Marvel Avengers series. But overall, I would say that his performance, Dwayne Johnson's performance as Black Adam, definitely very good. Black Adam had a decent character arc, in my personal opinion. I do like to see him become more of a in the future, which is something that looks like is going to happen. Happening, especially when it comes to the teaser between him and Superman. They might buy that out in like a future movie, so I feel like that is definitely something that is to come. Another pro is that I feel like the pacing of the story was pretty good. Mainly up until like the first act and the middle act, I feel like that it was definitely good when it comes to like the JSA. I feel like overall they were done decently and they managed to integrate well with Adam's story, and I feel like they managed to expand upon the role really well when it comes to Black. What I did prefer like the original lore better when it comes to like Black Adam's origin story. For example, both of them became Shazam. Black Adam killed his nephew because he didn't believe that his nephew's way was the correct way of like freeing Kondak. The story that they have there, I think it does as well in that regard, and I do feel like he can still become like some sort of villain based off that. So overall on Kondak, I do feel like it was very good, and I do feel like majority of Black Adam's character do manage to basically manage to like outweigh the cons like a lot. Action scenes, they were definitely really good for what it is, managed to showcase characters' abilities, what they can do. I do feel like when Doctor Strange it was definitely very lacking in my personal opinion, but I feel like they managed to get the effects done right on Doctor Fate. I apologize if I do say Doctor Strange, I do tend to get mixed up when it comes to saying the names. Now we're on to the negatives. Third act felt like it was really rushed, if I'm being honest. The entire plot twist of the main villain being like a descendant of the ancestor of which Black Adam was fighting felt like it was very forced, and this was because mainly the group that they were fighting against they weren't really interesting enough. So they had to like come up with like a plot twist on the spot in order to make sure that we can basically be interested. And they introduced some demon villain as the kind of villain of the movie. But in saying that, the first two acts was very good. The second one, I feel like this is a big gripe in my personal opinion. Doctor Fate was really loved. He's on another level when it comes to power in general. I think he's probably multiverse or probably high complex multiverse. So many of it is like even now he's basically Doctor Strange but way more powerful in that sort of sense. If you do read the comics, here he's really underpowered, and I can get that they do try to like nerf some characters in a way in which the story works. Flash is definitely a victim of this, but I feel like within the Snyder Cut, I feel like they did manage to like get him right when it comes to that, and he was one of the most focused characters when it comes to the Snyder Cut of the Justice League. Something which the original cut didn't do. I feel like they didn't really do that much when it comes to Doctor Fate. Another thing in particular, there is a lot of unnecessary stuff just to make sure that you can fill in like the length time, especially when it comes to Hawkman. He just does like unnecessary fights, and then his fights with Black Adam, they basically take out like some sort of plot. Although it could be argued that it is very minimal in that regard, I can say that it did try to like take the focus on the bit of rivalry between Black Adam and Hawkman. Although I could say that the character interactions are great between the two, it just feels like it's just there to like fill in the time, really, and there's not really much of a plot significance other than to make sure that it's just long, really. The other characters such as the Kid, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher, I didn't really feel like they were really too interesting. This may be due to like personal bias, but I'm mainly more of a side when it comes to like reading powerful characters, and I do tend to find that like the lore interesting for the really powerful characters such as Doctor Fate and Black Adam. Like I said, this could be down to a personal preference, but don't hate me, don't like them. But Cyclone and Atom Smasher, I don't really feel like they were really, it for me. The Kid, I do feel like he is a bit of an annoying character in my personal opinion. I feel like he does get let off like a bit too easy, especially with his like skills. Like he's somehow able to like last really long when it comes to like basically fending off against the troops. And I'm not trying to say he actually fought against the troops, because he really did in the movie. He just tried to get away from them, but him lasting that long seems like completely unrealistic. I guess the same goes with the mom, of the kid. She was pretty much an important plot point, mainly because she was basically the nerd of the entire group, but she somehow knows how to fight in terms of that regard. Maybe she could have possibly learned it from her husband when he was taking part in some sort of like army. The only thing that we don't know about the husband is that he died at some point. And forgive me if I do manage to get some details wrong, because I just watched it today. But yeah. Overall, I feel like that's really the overall cons, if I'm being honest. I don't think it takes up like that much of the movie's positives in my personal opinion. Maybe Doctor Fate, and I can see lots of people getting mad about that, me myself included as well, because I feel like it is important to have like some sort of comic accuracy, but in saying that not everything taken in the comics is good, but they did manage to do Black Adam justice in my personal opinion. There was lots of his character arc was honestly good. Him and Doctor Fate, and along with his son, also the sequences, the pacing, definitely makes it like a good movie to watch in my personal opinion. The other ones, it wouldn't really affect much when it comes to viewability because Black Adam and Doctor Fate are pretty much like the main sources. I would say Hawkman is a bit of an honourable mention, despite the fact that his attempts to like increase the length of the plot with his unnecessary fighting with Black Adam and he did his own. I feel like he could definitely be a pro. I can't really see him much as a con, in my personal opinion. But yeah, overall the movie is pretty good. I would definitely say to basically give a watch. Maybe it's worth a rewatch or two if you do really want to go that far. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. What do you guys think of the video? If you do like it, please leave a like, comment down below, and yeah.